Hi, Lian. Thanks for
Hello,
talking to
ma'am.
us. I know that at the moment there is, different protests being organized in Churachandpur. But before we go into this, just to kind of set context for our listeners, we have spoken about how it is that many Kuki-Zomi students from Imphal, studying in Imphal in different universities in Imphal, were all displaced following the onset of ethnic violence on the 3rd of May. And one of those students is Liam. Liam, back in June, we did an episode with another student from RIMS who spoke to us in detail about what it is that happened in their hostels. How is it that after that they've pretty much not had any options? This was in June. In July, I covered a protest in Churachandpur. Subsequently, many other protests that was organized in Churachandpur by medical students, where they were just demanding that classes be restored for them officially in the hill districts. This is where we were at for a long time, but now you all are kind of organizing another protest. So can you tell us what is it that has happened since you all started having specific demands in May and June, uh, which is for resuming classes for you guys, and now that exams are being conducted, what has happened in these months?
First of all, ma'am, I'd like to thank you for giving me this opportunity, this platform to speak. And as you know, we've been fighting for an alternative study arrangement since the start of the conflict. And uh, as you have asked, the issue that happened, the incident that happened that forced us to start a protest yesterday in front of the DC's office is that for the first year students, both dental, BDS, and the MBBS students, they were supposed to have their examination. But then their admit cards, their roll numbers, their university registration numbers, even answer papers or question papers, none of them have arrived for them to Churchandpur. So it's very frustrating for us, and we were forced to conduct a protest in front of the DC's office. And
Right.
to speak on the details
Maybe
of.
we can back up a little bit and tell us whether the university notified you all that exams would be happening, and if they did, what did they say for students who can't go to Imphal? Maybe we can go back to that.
Yes. Uh, when the routines and all for their examinations were announced, they were the first year students. They were very anxious and they asked the guidance of the parents' body. The parents' body also they've been writing these memorandums and these requests to the universities, the Manipur University, and even to the National Medical Commission for them to arrange an exam center for them here in Churchandpur or in any other state of India outside of Manipur also. They've been time and again they've submitted all those requests, and on the 13th of November, the National Medical Commission issued that they had no objection. They clearly specified no objection against the students giving their exams in their parent university or in any other university. So they have issued that notice. And when we saw that notice, we were quite very relieved and happy, because uh, the first year students they've been studying hard in hope that they were going to give the exam one day. So after seeing that notice, we were so happy because, as you know, the NMC is the most like
Is the
authoritative
apex
body.
body.
Yes, the apex body in the field of medicine, in the medical line. So we were so happy. But then the
No,
MU,
one second. Basically, no objection that the NMC gave meant that students who are no longer in their respective universities in Imphal can give their exams in the alternative medical. It's not an alternate, in another medical university, which
yes,
is Churachandpur Medical
yes,
College, that these students can give their exams here.
yes,
The no objection certificate from no objection from NMC clarified this, right?
yes, yes.
Right.
And then the Manipur University, they seem to be against that one. And our institutions, for me, it's RIMS. The RIMS administrative block, they asked our juniors to send them a list of their attendance and a list of all the topics that have been covered, along with the names of the teachers, the timing, the dates, everything. And our juniors also, they have sent they have emailed them those lists. Even the Churchandpur Medical College Authority also, they've emailed all the necessary documents to them. And even after that, the excuse that the MU came up with was that, again with attendance and internal assessment marks. And after receiving all those lists also, they said that they have submitted those lists to the NMC again, but the NMC haven't given any response regarding that. But the
Can
question
I
is that,
come in here? Is yeah,
yes,
complete and then
the
I'll come
question
in.
is that the NMC have already given us no objection to any of these things. But why did the MU, uh, you know, like make up another excuse again and again? Why they say that the NMC is not giving permission again, this and that. That's what we do not understand.
I have a question here regarding the conduct of MU. In the from the time that y'all left your universities in May till up until November, till let's say November the first week, whenever in this build up to exams not happening, has the university tried getting in touch with any of the students regarding alternate arrangements, or any kind of questions or any kind of communication has happened between the university and you guys?
Every time we ask the deans, sub-deans, those authorities in our institutions for the conduction of these examinations, what they've been responding that they will try to do their best in their capacity. They've always given us that same response time and again. But then when the time of the examination comes, no arrangement has been made.
Examination is one thing. I'm just asking generally, like so many students, so many of you all are here outside of Imphal. I'm just trying to understand whether there has been any kind of follow up or any kind of communication between the university and students who are no longer able to access the university. It could be about, it doesn't really have to be about exams, no? It could be about whether you all are going for classes, whether you all are able, I mean, the notification that they had initially given was that there will be regular classes and online classes, right?
Yes.
And we all know that there was no internet in Manipur. So when you couldn't attend classes, did they kind of come and check on you and make any alternate arrangements?
No, no, no such thing. None of that has happened actually. And the one that you said, the online and offline classes, the hybrid classes, even that one, it was not a special arrangement for us. It was for every student from every state of India,
Right.
because RIMS, for me, the RIMS institution, it consists of students from all the states of Northeast. So
Right.
especially for them, those hybrid classes were arranged, even for Jennings also, even for the other colleges also. So for the Kuki-Zo students, it's like we've been left like stranded like this since the beginning.
Okay. So now that, it is clear that the exams, even after you all have submitted the relevant documents, even after you all have tried to speak to them and tried to like reason with them, now that the exams have not been conducted, what is it that you all have planned? I know you all did a protest yesterday, but how is it that you all are going to handle this? Because, of course, it is very clear that not only is the university letting you down, but so is the state government, so is the central government. So are all departments who are supposed to, be creating spaces for you all to continue your education. So in the face of this, what is it that you all have, decided to do?
Uh, our main goal, our main aim, is to migrate us, migration of institution, migration of the colleges. Sorry, the students to a different college outside of Manipur. And in the meantime, while waiting for the migration, since these university exams are not being conducted for us, the need for migration arises, I think. Because if they are not going to conduct university exams, and again, if they are not going to migrate us, then what are we supposed to do? What is left there for us to do? And this, not them not allowing us to give the exams, just how to say, increases the need for migration.
Have
So
these, has any kind of memorandum or any kind of representation been given to the NMC asking for migration? Because they have
many
to,
many times they have been given, and
but there has been
so
no
far
response.
even the
Yeah.
NMC also, uh, they are engaging with us actually, and they're saying. Even though this college migration and all, they do not usually happen in the history of the medical colleges. But then, as you know, this is an extraordinary situation for us, and we know that it's going to take some time, quite some time, for us to be able to migrate colleges. And we are also willing to, wait for as long as possible, as long as they're going to migrate us one day. But then, in the meantime, we don't know how many years are going to be lost, how many academic years are going to be lost. So, at least an alternative temporary arrangement, or at least, the conduction of examinations would have given us a chance, given us hope that we'll become doctors one day.
Right. I just have one last question because there is some confusion about this. Churachandpur Medical College was started in 2022, if I'm not
Yes,
wrong. Right? And right now, medical students who are displaced from the three colleges, universities in Imphal are spread across from first year to final year. There are PG students as well.
yes.
Does Churachandpur Medical College have the infrastructure to take classes for all batches for PG students, etc.? Because this is unclear. People have been saying that all the displaced Kuki-Zomi students can all go and study there. But can you kind of explain what facilities are there in the college? Because as far as I understand, there's only one batch, only first years
Yes.
who are in Churachandpur Medical College, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So far, till date, the facilities available in the Chirchanpur Medical College is only for the first year students. They have three subjects: anatomy, biochemistry, and physiology. And the practicals, the in the laboratories, the cadavers, they are available only for the first years. For second year and above, no facilities are available. We are not able to take any practical classes as such. Even for interns also, there are some departments in the hospital which are not that developed for us to be able to get educational access to it. So the the
So
statement
basically,
that
the
we can
yeah,
continue our studies here in CMC is wrong as we speak
yeah,
till date.
yeah. So basically, only first year students, first year MBBS students can pursue their medical education in
Yes.
CMC, right?
Yes.
BDS students, no other students from MBBS can because there's no infrastructure for it at
Yes.
the moment,
Yes,
right?
that's right.
I think that is there anything else that you want to say, Leon? Anything else?
Before, when I talked about the examinations, I forgot to mention that even the dental students on the
Hmm.
14th of November, they were supposed to give their examination, university examination, and our DC, before he assured that, he told one of our teachers to assure the first year students, both dental and MBBS, to study hard because he's going to do his best to let them give the exam. And so our juniors, the first year students, they studied hard, they prepared well, and they went for the exam, the dental students, on the 14th morning. They went for the exam, they sat on the table, but then the question papers did not arrive. And later that day, there was a notice from the state that they can give their university examinations here in a different examination center on that day itself. What is that supposed to mean? I don't understand. Because they were supposed to start their exam on the 14th, and after the examination has commenced already for the Imphal students, the notice only came after that. What are we supposed to do with that?
I
It's
don't understand. Like, who do you think? Is the DC not doing his job? Is what is happening? Is there like a miscommunication? Are they not really like figuring this out on time? Because this seems like, I mean, if they're saying it's a miscommunication, the kids have lost out on writing their exam, right? So where is the
Yes.
fault? Where do you think the fault lies?
That's what we have been asking the same questions, ma'am, to the DC. That's what we were doing yesterday. Is there something wrong, or has the DC not been, competent enough, or I don't know. There
And
must be
what is the
something
DC
wrong.
saying? What is the response of the
The
DC?
DC right now, he's out of station. But then
Wow.
every time we came into contact with him through a phone or something, he used to respond. it's quite sad. He just said that it's very sad that these things happen. I'm so sorry, and then um, just those talks. No action has been done.
I know this is a rhetorical question, but a lot of people outside of Manipur, in mainland and even in Delhi and all, have been talking about how, when they talk about students, right, they keep talking about uh, how the issue should be resolved in a way that students are able to go back to their colleges in Imphal. Do you think do you see like a possibility of that happening?
No, not right now. Actually, it might even take 8, 9, 10 years for us to feel safe to go back to Imphal. And if we are waiting for the situation to be 100% totally safe for us, then we would have lost a lot of years. A lot of years. Even after 10 years, also, I think none of us would dare to go back there. We're scared for our lives.